Bonjour! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Fasten up your seatbelt and enjoy this journey into Muse World with Lamia Nobel.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of Me as Well. First of all, I apologize. There was no episode last week, but if you've been on my Instagram, you'd know about it because I had a live. What we're going to do is, as much as we're going to have still episode coming up, we will also have live, I think, every 2 weeks. So let me know which day and we'll make it happen. But no more of live, no more about me. I have to introduce my guest. My guest today is Keisha here.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Keisha,
Yes.
with you today, we're going to do something very different on Muse World.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, when she brought the topic to me, I was like, that is very interesting. Because I want a lot of you guys to also react. And I know a lot of people will be able to relate to either your side or my side.
Yeah.
So what I mean by her side and my side is basically Gen Z versus millennials.
Yes.
I hope I say that properly. I've been practicing for the whole day. So basically you are 24, correct?
Yes.
And I am 29.
That's okay.
So I am considered as a millennials and she is our Gen Z here.
Yes.
So before we dive into some controversial of this and kind of have a laugh about everything, Keisha, just introduce yourself quickly to our guests because obviously we want to know where you're from, what you do, just like a quick introduction.
Okay. So my name is Keisha. I'm 24, like Miss Mia said, and I was born and raised here in Dubai. I grew up in this little little area in Dubai called Jaflia, and it was like it was a nice, cute place. Not very cute anymore.
It used to be cute.
It used to be cute, but not very cute anymore. But yeah, it was fun. We grew up here. I went to school here, university here. I now work. I'm an interior designer. And life is awesome. Like, so far, so good.
Exactly.
That's
Positivity every day.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I gotta grab my phone because that's where the dearest notes are here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with, I thought we're gonna go gradually from the beginning till like other topics. But first, let's talk about growing up.
Yeah.
In your era and growing up in my era.
Okay.
All right. So, how did you grow up?
I grew up honestly, it was like, so I was born in 2001, and whenever I tell people that, they go like, oh my god, like, especially when I'm working, they go like, oh my god, it's illegal to work, you're born in the 2000s. But I was like, unfortunately no, it's very much legal. So yeah, I grew up like in the early 2000s, so I would say we got the best of both worlds, like the millennial side and the early Gen Z. So I consider myself early Gen Z.
Okay.
And we grew up with like this similar things like you guys. Like, I remember going to school, coming back, and we didn't have any phones. It was mostly like we'd go out like after school to cycle, and the place we'd find our friends around is like, oh, I see my friend there. Like, that's my friend's cycle. I mean, like, I know he's in this house.
Yeah.
So that's how we find our friends. And like, it was within the neighborhood. And pretty much I went to an all-girls school. So for the first 4 years, I was with co-education, like a mixed school. So it was fun. Like, we'd play with all the boys, and like we'd make fun of everyone, bully everyone, but like playful bullying. Nothing serious. But yeah, and school was nice. And then I moved schools because that school was only like primary.
Okay.
Then I moved to another school, which was an all-girls school. So over here in Dubai, back then, you could only study with the same gender. So we were all girls in the school. And there was another boys' school. So if there were boys and girls in one school, it would be different shifts.
Okay.
There were some schools that were like, they had co-education, but not much.
Yeah.
So we grew up like that. And then, we also, I remember coming home from school, we used to do our homework and then come back. We had extra classes like, I went for piano and swimming and
nice.
like maybe a little bit of drawing, painting. Like I really liked art also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's pretty much like I was, good in school. Then yeah, then I also remember we didn't have VHS tapes, but we had cassettes. So I remember my mom used to play like these Bible songs on the little radio, like when we went to sleep, and we had different colorful cassettes for kids. But yeah, that was there, and we played like Game Boys and things like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that's pretty much how we grew up.
Okay.
And yeah, I liked it because it was more like I remember till 9 or 8
Mhm.
p.m. we could go down and play with the kids. We don't know what we'd play. We'd just be running around. But that's how we played around with everyone. So I'm glad I was not in the generation. I mean, I'm still in the generation. But not in the I'm glad at least I was not on my phone all the time growing
Yeah,
up. I was not
yeah.
an iPad baby. But yeah, that's pretty much how we grew up. Like
I like that.
yeah.
To be fair, I agree with you. You
Mhm.
have both of
Yeah.
both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously my childhood was less TV oriented. It was more obviously going outside. I was in a private school for my
Mhm.
secondary years and it was mixed.
Okay.
But it was funny because I still remember, for example, when I had my first phone,
Mm-hmm.
it was, I don't even remember the brand of the first phone. It was just like this,
Oh.
it looked like a soap bar.
Okay.
And then you
So
would have,
bar.
you would have the 1, 2, 3, and then there'll be
Yeah.
under the 2 there'll be A, B, C, and then 3, D,
Yeah,
like
with
it
buttons.
yeah, the buttons, and then
Yeah.
you click. And I remember when
Mhm.
I used to be in, because obviously normally it's not allowed to bring your phone
Yeah.
in the class. Then
Mhm.
because you would memorize the numbers very well. Like
Yeah.
let's say if you're texting your friends, you just go da, 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 and then you send it. Then came the era of the
Oh.
Nokia.
Okay, yeah.
So the Nokia
Mhm.
was amazing because there
Mhm.
was the famous snake game.
Yeah, oh my god, I love that game.
Yes.
Oh.
But like that, I'm really going into secondary. But if I had to go like in my early years, like I think I lived mostly outside. So I still
Yeah.
remember with my cousins, we would sit down, we would collect like leaf,
Mhm.
and then we'll take like rocks and we'll make as if we're cooking and like,
Oh,
you know,
cute.
these
We
kind
did
of
that
things.
too.
It was
Yeah.
like it was absolutely normal to play
Mhm.
these kind of things.
Yeah.
Like I remember, for example, we had the big cassette,
Mhm.
and that was how you would, for example, for example, if there was a birthday, there was a wedding, everything was recorded into
Mhm.
this. Or if you wanted, like, all my Disney movies were
Oh.
all on cassettes. So
Oh.
I remember in our house we would have a old like wooden like furniture.
Yeah.
The TV would be on top, and all around
Uh-huh.
it would be like a stack of cassettes and of
Oh.
all the Disney movies, all the movies that you can think
Oh,
about.
wow.
Because obviously my parents also was a big fan of movies, but
Yes.
you would watch it
Yeah.
through cassette.
Mhm.
Then slowly, obviously, as the years gone by, you would get CDs.
CDs, yeah.
So CDs in our time, there would be like a little shop where you would go and rent out CDs.
Oh, we had that too.
So
Yeah.
you'd go there and be
Yeah.
like, hey, so I want 3 CDs and
Yeah.
for this price, you know?
Yeah.
And then obviously that was like a big thing.
Yeah.
If my mom would allow me to go and take it, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, great. Like,
Yeah.
it's movie time,
That's
you know?
true.
So it was the thing. And
Mhm.
then I remember another occasion was, for example, one of the gifts that I
Mhm.
asked my dad is a stereo,
Mhm.
which could, not any stereo,
Oh.
it was a stereo that could hold 3 discs.
Oh, is it like to listen to the Walkman?
No, it was no, that was another one. That was like
Oh.
the first thing I had.
Oh.
But so it was like those big stereos
Mhm.
with the big speakers, and I would put that in my room and I would dance and
Oh,
everything.
cute.
It was the time where posters were a thing.
Oh.
I would definitely have a Chris Brown poster
Oh
in
my
because
god.
yeah, and
wow.
then it was the time where on the newspaper.
Mhm.
Every week on one particular newspaper, people in Mauritius would know that.
Mhm.
I hope they do. because that's on the newspaper. There every week there would be a song. For example, there was like, I remember one of them was With You from Chris Brown.
Okay.
And then you cut it and then you save it, like you keep it, and then you kind of learn the lyrics. So
cute.
it was that kind of era.
Yeah,
like
that's
for me.
cute.
Then leading to obviously going to secondary. That's when I got my phone, got the Nokia. And I think my phone evolution was... That's so bar that I don't even remember the name.
So bar.
And it was very Habibi because it was gold.
Oh my
God. It was black and
you
gold.
You should have been in Dubai, like, you know. Yeah.
I don't know where my dad got that because I took it from my dad. So it was a black phone with gold buttons. I will forever remember this phone. Then got obviously the Nokia. Then came the BlackBerry.
Yeah, BlackBerry.
Where we used
I never had one.
You never had a...
No. But everyone in my... Like, I was a teenager when that was happening. It was cool to have a BlackBerry. Like, if you had and the messenger, the ping,
because
because
it was called BBM.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that was the whole purpose of
I never had one.
It's okay, don't worry, you didn't miss much. It looks like a mini computer. Yeah. And now you had to use two fingers and not one.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then what? Oh, I also had, before BlackBerry, I had the Nokia that you slide.
Oh, yeah.
That. And then came the iPhone.
Yes.
Which was life-changing for us.
Yeah, for everyone, yeah.
For everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's basically mostly like what I can think would be different from you growing up. Guys, if I'm missing out anything and you're a millennial, please write down in the comments, what have you experienced that you think a Gen Z didn't experience in your early childhood or like teenager growing up? But yeah, that was
I think it's pretty much the same for us, but like obviously you guys had it more because we had all of this too. Yeah. But in a very small portion.
We had it more.
Like, I didn't grow up with the whole... Like, I remember my parents having the Nokia and everything. Yeah. And I still remember you could send songs through Bluetooth. Yes, I remember. I had songs. Oh my god, I remember these songs because my dad gave me his little phone and he had this, I don't know, some Matrix big pad, like, you know, you can move around. But he had something like that. And then I don't know, I had a little LG, like small little, like, it looked like a burner phone. Like, something shady. But I had that because I used to go for extra classes and tuition. So you know, we had to call our parents and be like, hi, I'm done, can you pick me? So that was why we had had a phone. But then I remember when I was maybe 11 or 12, I don't know, maybe the times are wrong, my dad bought home the iPhone 3G. And I was like, oh,
what is
touch
that?
buttons.
I know.
But my first touch phone was quite early too. I think 11. It was a Samsung Corby. It was like it was hot pink, guys. It was hot pink.
Okay, I'm an Android hater. Sorry.
See, back then, I would say, like, I don't hate it, but it's just I think Android is functional, but Apple, I don't know. I just like this interface. A lot of people are not gonna hate us today, but
sorry, I'm team iPhone. If you,
me too, actually.
I'm forever team. But it's funny because you're mentioning that. You know that my dad, he used to have those big phone, with the one that you pull up like the antenna. And then you open like this.
Oh my god!
I remember he had one of these, and I was like, Jesus, can you imagine? And then one thing though, I would like to also mention, and we were talking about that earlier, is education. Yeah. For us, it was big books, reading. You've got to write, like, exam was. I don't know how your exam was, because for us everything was handwritten.
Yeah, us too.
Like 3 hours handwritten. But my friend told me that in his he's like 20, he's 22, and he told me that in his time, when he was at school, you could write your essay on your laptop. And I was like, that would have been life changing.
I still don't know how that works because some of my friends do it. Like, I mean, back then I know some people who did it in university. Like, we had online exams. I don't know. I never had them because mine were mostly in person. Like I did
Yeah,
design.
yeah.
So, but like, I still don't know how people do that.
I mean, uni. I used also my computer, my
Mhm.
laptop at that time. But like secondary,
Mm-hmm. No, who has laptops in secondary?
and also FYI, IT class was the class that I think I almost failed it.
Oh my god, what?
It
We
was
used to use that class to play around.
Yeah, that's why. Because I never learned anything. Like I was just like,
Oh.
because we would basically play around and not
Yeah.
do the class.
Yeah.
But funny thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to expose myself
Oops.
very openly. I found out about ChatGPT
Oopsie.
only, I think, a year and a half ago.
It's okay. It's not too bad.
I didn't know what it was, but when I found out what it was, I
Mhm.
was like, this is life changing.
Yeah.
I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to like, do you know the thing about ChatGPT? People can get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that it would do all your work,
No.
but it would
Assist
help you
Yeah.
to make it more professional.
Yeah.
Like, how do you say the word in English? In French, it's peaufiner.
Refined.
Refined,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
Refine
Mhm.
your work into
I can
something.
speak French, guys. No, I can't. Please don't come at me.
So obviously that was one thing.
Mhm.
Nowadays you
Mhm.
don't need, like in some places, like you've seen like millionaires, they don't have a master, they don't have,
No.
like, I know it's important.
Yeah.
And like I was taught my whole life that I needed to be either a doctor, a lawyer, an
Mhm.
engineer, a pilot, like these high
Mhm.
rank. You had to do God knows how many years of experience,
Yeah.
of studies
Study.
rather. But I have a master's in law.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a lawyer.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, it depends. Obviously, degrees that require like active skill, like obviously the doctors, engineers,
Of course, 100%.
whatever. Like, if you
100%.
decide to pursue it and you go ahead, like, doctors go into residency, they practice and
Yeah.
things like that. They're continuing their skill.
Yes,
But
I
if
agree.
you leave out of uni and find something else that you enjoy doing that is not even closely remote to what you've learned, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say don't study. I wouldn't say don't get a
Yeah,
degree.
no, 100%.
Go to college, like go to
Yeah,
university.
do it.
Okay, college, university, they scam you in terms of the pay, bills that you
Exactly.
have to pay.
The thing is, for me, I would like my kid to go, but if they told me, Mum, we've got that business idea, this is the
Yeah.
strategy, this is how we're going to look like, and I don't think that doing this course at uni would be helpful, but I'm happy to do this course and that course,
Yeah.
I would support the
Yes,
kid, you know?
that's really good.
Because for me, I couldn't,
Correct.
it was, you're either, for me, the two options, doctor or lawyer. That's
Yeah.
it. End of the story. Other
Yeah.
than that, no. You couldn't, no. It was just a no.
Yeah.
So having that ability at, I think, the Gen Z of like
Yeah.
having choices, understanding that you can make a living from other jobs than
Yes.
lawyer, doctor, pilot,
That's true.
engineering. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's true.
So yeah, I just wanted to add this.
No, but like that's so true because I mean, growing up, my parents had it like they made sure they never compromised on anything for mine and my brother's education. So I studied business in school. I mean, in school, like we just had to pick like a niche. Either it was science, business, or arts.
Exactly.
And if you picked arts, you were considered a loser.
Exactly.
So I was like, okay, I would love arts because I've always been an artistic kid. Like I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'd be a singer, painter, or whatever. I don't know. But I told my mom when I finished year 10 that I don't think I want to do anything like even closely related to business or being a doctor. And she was like, it's okay. She's like, who cares? Like, do what you want to do. And like interior design came so randomly to me. But I was like, I knew I'd want to be part of this. And if not that, maybe something else, but definitely creative. And so was my brother because my brother went to university and the first year he did was business and he realized that I don't like it. That's not what I want to do. And he moved into sound engineering. So my dad is a DJ and he
so cool.
Yeah, like random fact about me. But I'm not a DJ, guys. I wish. Like maybe I'll pursue that later. You never know.
You
Life
can
is
always
too much.
learn.
life is not short.
Exactly.
So I mean, life is short, I guess.
Life is short, but you can still.
I could do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, like my dad was a DJ and he never had a degree. Like he never, my mom did, but he never pursued anything.
Exactly.
But he learned, he picked up a skill, he grew, made connections. So I
100%.
think it's possible. But if you have the resources and like you said, like, you know, if you ever have children or anything, like your friends or anyone, you'd encourage them to go ahead
Exactly.
with a like, oh, you want to do this?
100%.
Go ahead with it.
I wish also education would put more other factors of
Yeah.
life, like building relationship, networking,
Yeah.
negotiating,
If for countries to pay
finances.
taxes.
Yes, like understanding what's finance,
Yeah.
understanding these kind of things that for me are nowadays way more important
Yes.
than learning what you get from a textbook, for example.
Like who wants to know the area of a parallelogram, like parallelogram? Like
Exactly.
they should teach you about like things you mentioned, like, you know.
Exactly.
Also, financial independence is really important.
100%.
They need to teach you.
100%. Now, let's talk about social media.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
social media for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when my early years, there was MySpace.
Okay.
Which was basically
I never
like-
lived through that, but I saw it around coming.
Yeah, so MySpace was a bit
Mhm.
like a blog version.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a MySpace.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest, I never had a
Mhm.
MySpace. I had, which is something I really miss.
Mm-hmm.
It's something called MSN.
Oh, I've heard about it. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it around. Yeah.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
MSN was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have basically, obviously, it's through, I think it's through Outlook or Hotmail. One or
I
the
think
other.
so. Yeah. Outlook.
Yeah, it's or Hotmail. I don't
One of them,
remember. One
yeah.
of them. But basically,
Mhm.
you would it was such a thing. So you would have obviously your profile,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously if it's green, you're online.
Mm.
Orange, you're away. Great, you're
Yeah.
offline whatsoever. Then you could put like any kind of like bio you wanted, and that was a way of communicating with people.
Yeah.
So for example, if you had a flirt here and there, if you
Mhm.
had a friend whatsoever, so the moment you come back from school, you would connect on MSN and you would
Mhm.
message. You would do. That's how we would do
Yeah.
video calls. That's
Mhm.
how we would. It was such a thing
Oh, cute.
that I don't know how it even ended because it
Oh.
was so cool. Then Facebook happened.
Yeah.
Then it was the whole
Mhm.
Facebook mania thing.
Yeah.
I was never a big fan of Facebook for some reason.
Yeah, same. I don't
Because,
like it.
I mean, for me, it was personal because I just think like there was too many people look
Yeah.
at my shit, to
Mhm.
be honest.
Yeah.
And then slowly Instagram came,
Mhm.
and then Instagram led to TikTok, to
Yeah.
Snapchat, and all of this.
Mhm.
And so obviously I have Instagram. I don't have Facebook anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have Twitter, that is now Thread,
Yeah.
X Thread
X.
or
Yeah,
X
yeah,
what?
X.
X. Sorry.
But like Instagram has their own like
Yeah, sorry.
threads now.
Instagram has Thread.
Yeah.
Twitter is X.
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
I don't have none of them
Mm-hmm.
because I just don't know what I would do with
Mhm.
it. That is simple
Yeah.
as that. TikTok, I waste time on it
Mhm.
because I just scroll around and I'm like, oh
Doom
wow.
scrolling.
Exactly. I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Instagram is like personal and
Yeah.
podcast related. And Snapchat,
Mm-hmm.
I found out. I mean, I knew about it a little
Mhm.
bit, but I was never using it
Mm-hmm.
until my brothers, who are the eldest, he's like 14, told me to download Snapchat so he can send me snap so we can keep the flame up. And I was like,
God, the streaks.
I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, yeah, we have to send each other
Mm-hmm.
a picture,
But
whatever.
this is your 40-year-old brother?
14.
14. Okay. I was like, huh?
No, I have a small. They're
Oh.
both small, so 14 and
I was
13.
like, why is your 40-year-old brother
No.
telling you to keep streaks?
He wouldn't even know what we're talking about. But basically, he told me download Snapchat,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously we would send pictures, like
Mhm.
random thing, just to keep the streak. So it's been since August last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now sending random pictures to my brothers so
No
that we
way.
keep the strike up. And
No way. I don't know how many times. So we had this thing growing up too, like back when I think maybe when I was 13, 14, we had this thing where we were also using Snapchat a lot, and we had a streak. Some of my friends still embarrass me
What?
till this day by using Snapchat. Excuse me. Stop. So
Is it not a thing?
I mean, it's embarrassing. No, it's just that I find it really silly, like to keep sending. It's just my opinion, guys. Don't come at me. But I find it really silly that you're sending pictures back just to keep this little flame or heart alive, and then you get like best friends if you send it every day, and like a heart if you're not, or something like that, and you can save your streak or something like that. It's too much, like
Exactly.
yeah. But I had this people, I mean, I was also part of all of this,
Mm-hmm.
but only for a while. It died down until Instagram came, like, and now I'm like only on Instagram.
Yeah, and I think Instagram really took over all of the platforms.
Yeah,
I like Instagram, to be fair.
Yeah, same.
But I do miss my MSN.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie.
Were you also like big on Skype? Because we used to,
yes,
and I don't know how that died.
Oh my god,
Excuse
yes.
me.
Skype was another thing, because obviously my dad, he lives in Madagascar, and when I was at school, I was in Mauritius. So our way of communication was through Skype.
Yeah, Skype is, and it was so good. Like, I don't even know, like, I was reading about during lockdown how people were struggling with Zoom and their 40-minute timers and everything like that. Why didn't people resort to Skype? Like,
exactly. And Skype was relatively easy, to be fair.
Exactly.
It was so easy to use. But now, obviously, now you have Botim taking over.
Oh my God, yeah. I think like
so
capitalization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do you find social media as a Gen Z?
As a Gen Z, I mean, like, it's very like hard to say because I can't speak for everyone. It's just my
for yourself,
personal
obviously,
opinion.
yeah, personal opinion.
I don't know. I feel like it is sometimes it gets a bit too much because like there's a lot it takes a lot to come and tell yourself that there's just things online. You don't have to do them. You don't have to be part of them. It kind of like, it's also a very good platform because it makes you more aware socially about so many things happening around the world, political scenarios. It's only the place where people can come together and be like, voice out the opinions and stuff without platforms taking you down. But yeah, I think it has its good and bad also. But so far I'm okay. Like, I think I limit myself only to Instagram, and I don't even use Facebook anymore. Like, if you guys see my picture on Facebook, I'm probably 12 years old.
Oh my God. My Facebook is with my ex.
Oh my God.
It was my childhood lover. We were together for 7 years.
Oh my God.
And that's my only. And you know what? When I was in London, which was like around 6 years ago, no, 6 years? Yeah, 5 years. 2019, basically. I tried to go back on my Facebook because I wanted to try to retrieve my account. Could not, because they were asking you for an ID verification. I sent it. I was never.
Goodbye.
So if ever you see a Facebook under my name, just disregard. It's not
That's not her, guys. That's not her. She's evolved. She's a different woman.
Yes,
she has different jobs.
We've progressed. We've seen a lot since last time. I think it was 2012.
Oh my God. I was 11.
So imagine. That was the last time. Jesus, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But the thing is, one thing I do want to mention, and I don't know if anyone would agree or not with me, but I think that social media nowadays, mainly in that Gen Z era, is very, very, very bad compared to our time, because there was no comparison. There was no be that it girl and be that girl, or do this or eat that, or this diet and this like this, and that's why I always tell people, take whatever you see on social media with a pinch of salt. Even, for example, me, if I post a picture that I'm smiling, that I'm fine, it's just a picture. You don't know exactly how I feel behind the screen.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to be like, oh my God, she must be good, like happy and she got it all. But no, I don't.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do agree with that, because like it's sometimes you also think yourself, like me and my best friend, when we sit together, like our round table conference with just two of us.
Yeah, no.
We just sit with each other. We go like, oh my god, like we see her going out all the time. Like
Yeah.
like doesn't she do this? And like you don't intend to be mean, or you don't intend to say something like that, but it just comes out of
Of course, of
out
course,
of your head. Like you
of
don't
course.
intend to be mean, but I feel like we've been watching social media so much, being online so much, and it's just so hard to disconnect. But yeah, I do
Exactly.
understand that it's also very like, I can't imagine now, like my phone is always next to me, which I need to stop when I'm going to sleep. It's always next to me, and I try not to take it the first thing in the morning, but it's such a bad habit because we used to do that before.
Yeah,
We used to not be with our phones. We used
exactly.
to not wake up, like, and life was so much better. It's just
Yeah,
that everything is fast paced, moving, everything like that. So I feel like it's consuming you, and like the things you see online and things like that. Like obviously there are good things, but there's
100%.
also bad things.
Exactly. And let's say if people are not obviously conscious of
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
you're bound to fall into that trap. I fell in
Yeah.
the trap myself,
Mm.
like watching God knows how many reels and be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like I'll never be like that. Like, and then
Yeah.
putting yourself down
It's not good.
when that's not what it's supposed to do to
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what you're consuming as well,
Yeah.
in terms of social media. So obviously, I think that this is something that should be taken with a pinch of
Yeah.
salt, which then lead into mental health.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have to say that I am really glad that in today's day and age, mental health is more discussed,
Yes.
it's more an approachable
And
subject.
taken seriously.
And taken
Yeah.
seriously.
Mhm.
Like now, if you have anxiety, you're stressed, you're depressed, people would actually reach out. Like you
Yeah.
can reach out to a professional to help you with this.
Yeah.
It's not seen as something crazy.
Mhm.
Like for example, where I am from,
Mhm.
I never knew what was anxiety.
Yeah.
I never knew what was stress. I never
Mhm.
knew what was depression.
Mhm.
If, for example, let's say you were not fine, we have a Creole expression.
Mhm.
They would say, "Oui, sur la tête fatiguée." Translation
Mhm.
means, yes, her head is just tired.
Oh, I think I kind of know because, like, I mean, I grew up. I'm Indian, so I grew up like South Asian household.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my friends around as well, like it was just taught as like, oh, you're feeling sad. It's okay, like
Exactly. It's nothing to like.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's like nothing to worry about. Basically, I remember, we had a. It's not a family. It's kind of a friend of a friend
Yeah.
who we considered as family.
Mm-hmm.
She went through divorce,
Mm-hmm.
but she was depressed,
Yeah.
and they didn't know that. Her family
Oh.
didn't know that, and they put her into mental asylum
No.
because they thought that she needed to be there
No,
when it was
that's so
just actually
sad.
exactly when it was just basically depression.
Yeah.
She didn't stay long. She did around like maybe 4 5 months there, but still.
That's still very long also,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's to tell you that in our time, this was not something discussed because we didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I think the first time I understood what was depression and stress and all of that was when I moved to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2019. I was 22, I think, 22
You
or
were
24.
little.
Yes.
Oh, you were so little.
And I remember when there was one time I went to the GP, and in NHS in the UK, they're very strict. They will never give you medication just like that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll make sure that obviously you're really sick
Okay.
before giving you any kind of medication. So I remember I went there and I was like, yeah, this is how I feel, blah, 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 blah. And the first thing the doctor said to me was like, are you stressed? Are you anxious? Have you ever been depressed?
Mm-hmm.
And I promise you, I didn't know what depression meant
No.
until that day. And I will forever remember that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh my God, now I
Yeah.
know what depression is all
Yeah.
about. Now, and I am so happy, and I want more and more people to talk about that.
Yeah, that's true.
This needs to be put forward so much, because with all of the things that is happening in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and even people in general in their personal life, they struggle so much,
Yeah.
and not knowing who to reach out can be really bad.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm really happy that today's
Yeah.
Gen Zs,
Mhm.
hats off to you guys.
Yes.
You're doing a great job about
Yeah.
that. But now let's move into
Mhm.
something a little bit more fun, cheery.
Okay.
Let's talk about fashion.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
What was my go-to? Skinny jeans.
Wow. I mean, not gonna lie, I also wore them, but these days we don't.
I had skinny jeans,
Mhm.
the ripped one and the
Uh-huh.
normal one.
Mhm.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. As a millennial in
Mhm.
my early years, it was not my best year because I was
Mhm.
overweight. So I never really was able to wear any nice clothes. I would use my mom's clothes
Mhm.
because I couldn't find clothes of my size.
Mhm.
So obviously skinny jeans was very skinny, low waist, and you felt
Oh.
like almost like a sausage.
Oh.
It was
Sausage.
funny. Yeah, it was really bad. And then we had those
Mhm.
ballerina,
Oh.
round ballerina.
The footwear?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, they're
yeah.
coming back now because I just bought one.
But that's the thing though.
Uh-huh.
Like if you think about fashion
Mhm.
now today, like hello, flares are back.
Yeah, flares, bell bottom jeans. Also, a lot of this dad mom jeans.
Yeah.
They're all from the 80s. Even the sneakers, like, they're all the
Exactly.
dad sneakers from the 80s.
Exactly.
The loose baggy t-shirts, all of them, like, they're all fashion is a cycle.
Exactly. But I like it. I like it
Yeah.
very much because you know what I like about fashion today, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how obviously it's coming back from the 80s,
Yeah.
the 90s and all coming back, and then with that touch of the Gen Z
Yes.
that just make it a little,
Yeah.
a little bit extra.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I
Mhm.
love it
Like,
so much.
Just giving it the Gen Z touch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think about millennials fashion?
Honestly, so when I think of millennial fashion, I just think of it as kind of similar to when I was growing up, but like say till I was 12, 13, because there was this time where we tried to, I never had Tumblr, okay? But we tried to recreate Tumblr pictures, and when I was maybe 10, 11, 12, 13, the girls were already like 17, 18. So they'd have these, skinny jeans, and then they'd have like a tank, but maybe a tank top inside, like a colored one. And then they'd wear like a t-shirt above it, and then they'll pull it. I'm not saying they, because I also participated in this. But you'd put it to the side, and you could see like one of your tank top. Yeah, and some cool boots. And then you guys had like those cool glasses.
Yes.
With then the ones with the mustache. I don't know if you had them. That was maybe during me growing up as a teenager, but there was this little necklace that we used to wear. It was like a little mustache.
The mustache, yes.
Yeah, and the owl.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I even had we even had the one with the it's like a badge. So it's like, and I mean still now it's still fashionable. It's like a square, a metal square, and then you put like the dates and everything of whatever you
I'm
want.
not sure. I have to check it out.
Wait, let me I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you. I'll send it to
you. Like I remember trying to recreate the pictures that I used to see on Tumblr, obviously failing miserably. But I think that's what I remembered of. And then I think we slowly started transitioning into our I think the baggy jeans and everything came pretty recent. And when I say recent, I mean like after COVID kind of thing. Like
true.
5 years ago. Yeah.
Because I think post-COVID, now I'm not saying I'm the most fashionable person here, but I'm just saying, like during COVID, post-COVID, I was wearing a lot of mom and dad jeans.
Yeah.
And now it's more of the straight leg, baggy jeans kind of is coming out. Can we talk for a minute about hairstyle?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God, guys. Oh my God, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was
and I don't know if you guys had this phase as well, by cutting your own bangs and oopsie.
I might expose myself once again. If I find pictures, I will ask my dearest editor to put them somewhere here. I will try to find it. I'm not promising. I'll try to find it. But I had a slight emo moment.
Oh my God.
So you would have you take your fringe.
Uh-huh.
You would take it off.
Oh, I know what this is called. I remember going into the salon and asking the lady, can I have side swept bangs? That's what we call them. And they start from here all the way here.
Yeah.
And in school, our teachers never allowed this, okay? Like our hair used to be back, like straight up, or
Okay.
like two piggies or
Yeah.
something like that. And I came with that in school, and my teacher's like, girl, your hair back, please. No.
No way.
Yeah, but I love that. I love side swept bangs.
So I remember I have that I can picture that picture. So it was bangs straight up here and then curly on the side.
Oh,
It was a style.
that's different.
It was an island style. Put it like this.
Wow.
And then we had another thing where when you said about putting it back, it's like the thing where you put your hair and it makes like a peacock.
We call it the puff. I don't know what puff. But
Listen, the puff was buffing. So you had to put it back properly, and then it has to be like I think about it and I'm like, Jesus, I look like a peacock.
Same. I have loads of photos with me like that. And with this fat eyeliner and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the wings.
I'm still bad at wings.
I mean, I tried. After so many years of being a girl, I tried, like, you know.
Listen, my eyeliner game stops here at the end of my eyes. More than that is too much for me because you will have one looking up, one looking on the side, and it's like,
that's true.
It's not good.
Yeah.
And adding to the fashion, now that we're talking about fashion, it's like everything's coming to my mind. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. The big earrings.
Oh, I remember using those. So I bought back home one earring, like it was bigger than the size of my hand, almost the size of my face.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, did you buy like bracelets or something? Like, no, they're earrings.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah.
In Creole, in French, I don't know how you call it.
We just call them hoops.
For us, it was Creole. So it was those big, and you'll have different dimensions. So it will start from like here to big to bigger even. And I also remember, so for example, when you had like parties and all of that, you would wear those long, very heavy earrings.
Oh my
God.
God.
Literally you'd feel your ears is like drooling down and you're like, Jesus.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think we also had the same, like, kind of similar thing. It's just that we never got the opportunity to use all of that to dress up to go out to party.
I think
because we were still very little.
Yeah, and I think obviously when you potentially have experienced that, you, like you said, you were relatively young.
Yes.
For me, I'm talking like teenage, like
prime teenage years.
If I tell you what I wore for my 18th birthday,
tell me.
Oh my God.
Hope you guys have a photo, like show everyone a photo.
I'll try to find it. Sorry, Dad, if you see this. But it was like, because there was also a thing about wearing short dress.
Oh.
Like very short dress.
Oh.
Like very, very short dress.
Micro.
Like micro dress. Like, so for my birthday, 18th birthday, I wore a white dress that was like, if I bend over, it was
bite.
Yeah, it was full moon. Like, can't imagine.
Oh my God.
And then I had my hair a bit like bangy, curly, and even the makeup. Do you know that I think I was wearing heavier makeup when I was younger compared to now? Like, that's another thing. Like, it's crazy. Like, the glittery eyes.
I was just gonna say glitter eyeshadows. Yeah. And then, you know, the thing is, I also noticed, like, I used to watch a lot of videos of you guys being YouTubers. You guys, as in the millennials, being YouTubers. They'd have like they not use a brush, like they just with your finger in the palette. And honestly, best applicator. I still stand by that.
Yeah,
but
me too.
It's just so nice. Like, I mean, they use like glittery pink ones, and then there came a point where they use big colors also.
Yes.
And then you guys had heavy blush and like lipstick
fair.
Lining your lips. Oh, did you guys have those concealer lips? Like,
what do you mean?
I don't know if it's like maybe, I don't know, whatever.
Concealer lips.
So basically, people would they would wear concealer
to make their lip bigger.
I don't know. Like I saw
Yeah,
it a
it
lot where
was-
they wear concealer and then
I don't think that was a millennial, because bear in mind, in
Mhm.
my time, wearing like dark and bright color was a thing, or very
Mhm.
like pink, coral,
Mhm.
like this color, burgundy,
Burgundy,
color,
yeah.
like red. That
Yeah.
was like, wow, it needs, your makeup needs to pop,
Mhm.
basically. Even if you look like a clown, it's fine. You
Oh.
need to pop.
Oh.
But the concealer theory is basically you wear concealer and then you will line up your lips so it will make your lips more
Oh, okay.
more
More pucker.
more
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Because I used to see some of them like maybe they were applying makeup too much or
Mhm.
like they forgot to blend it out or something like that. But their lips were the same color as their face. So I was like, where are your lips?
Oh my god.
But yeah, I think it's probably like a certain amount of YouTubers who were doing that.
Jeez.
Like,
But-
did you guys watch YouTube growing up? Like,
yeah, I did.
like who are your main YouTubers that you guys used to watch?
I used to watch Ace Family.
Ace Family, yeah, I think they were still pretty like.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing.
I used to also watch them.
I love that like I was like diligently
Mhm.
watching their
Until
YouTube.
they had their first baby in that
Yes.
little apartment.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
they for me they were like the dream family. I was like,
Yeah.
that's how my husband should be. That's how I would
that
live.
turntables.
Do you know that YouTube was the first thing that I always wanted to have a YouTube channel,
Oh, same.
but I was so shy
Oh no.
and I cringed all the time. Even in the UK, I
Mhm.
recorded myself doing the 10,000 calorie challenge.
Oh.
I recorded everything, never posted it.
No way. You should post it one day.
If I find the footage, because it's been, I
it's
think
been
I've
so long,
deleted everything.
yeah.
But Jesus,
Mhm.
it was.
Damn, you should
something.
really start your YouTube channel though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually nice. I
Maybe.
watch. Yeah.
maybe we'll do
Yeah.
a like behind the scene of me as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Let's see.
Yes.
Maybe, guys, subscribe, comment, like.
Yes, go subscribe to me, everyone.
Grow the channel, and
She's
then
gonna
I'll
bring
be able
cooler
to
people
bring
also.
exactly like
Yes.
grow. Help me to
Yes.
grow, and I'll bring
Yeah.
you cooler content. I mean, my
Yes.
content's already cool.
Yeah, that's true.
So, talk to me a bit more
Mhm.
before there's my little surprise. Okay, but before we go there,
Mm-hmm.
talk to me a bit more about the slang of the Gen Zs. Jesus.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Speaks
this one,
proper English.
Yeah. Sorry. Oopsie. So I'll tell you. Like we have a couple of words. Like I still don't. So the generation after us is the Gen Alpha. I think I still don't get their lingo.
You're not alphas. We've seen the world before you.
Yeah. Sorry, boss.
Excuse me.
Nope. And she's seen the world before me. So.
We've seen the light before you. So don't you dare put alpha. You're just the 2.0 Gen Z.
Whatever she said. Yeah.
No, don't worry. I don't hurt.
No, but we had no, because the Gen Alpha has weird thing. What is skibbity toilet like?
What?
Yeah, they
What's
don't
that?
know what that means. So I don't know. I don't know what this means, but they use the word skibbity toilet. I don't know what this means, but I will do my homework and find out from little friends,
Any
little
alpha
brothers
Gen
and
Zs,
sisters.
Which, to be fair,
That's not even Gen Z.
alpha,
Oh, yeah, Alpha. Yeah.
alpha Gen Z,
Yeah.
alpha Gen, whatever you
Alpha,
call
Gen
yourself.
Alpha, yeah.
If I doubt there's any that would be interested, but if you do, what is skibbity?
Yeah, what is skibbity toilet?
Just
What
let
does
us
it
know.
mean?
Teach us something. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, Keisha, skibbity toilet. You know?
Oh my god.
Like,
We're gonna find that out and we're gonna give you an update in the next video, like a little video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So
So the slang that we have had. Why do I speak like I'm ancient?
I feel more ancient, girl.
No, I don't mean to offend anyone, guys. No. So we have again things like maybe there's words like like for gossiping we say spilling tea.
Yeah, this is that.
This I told
found
my
out-
mom also.
yeah.
I was like, Mom, next time you wanna like gossip, just say Keisha have some tea to spill.
No,
'Cause-
I've got some goss.
yeah, I got goss or something like that. Yeah. Then we say like instead of saying like how you guys say on fleek,
Mhm.
like looking good, we say, oh, nicer is like like
Yeah, that is something I found that right. I was like,
yeah,
what is
Riz.
Riz?
Riz
Excuse
is
me?
like, ooh. Like, I
Okay,
don't
so
know how to explain it, but it's like, you know.
because before like, so there was On Fleek, and then
Yeah.
there was Slay.
Slay is still we use like, oh, also comes with a lot of like action, like Slay Girl. Like,
yeah, and then now it's like
yeah.
Riz. Whatever
Riz,
Riz.
I mean, I don't know. It depends. Like, I can't really think of the Gen Z slang because it just comes out of my mouth like vomit. But
Okay, just make as if I'm a Gen Z.
mm,
Speak to me in your
I
Gen
mean,
Z way.
I'm talking normally, but like, I'd be like, hey girl. I mean, I can only think of spilling tea. Like, I can't really think of anything else. I'm pretty sure there's a lot. When I leave this podcast, there'll be like 50 words in my brain.
No worries.
But
What we'll do,
mm-hmm.
let's ask the audience to help us.
You guys tell us what I missed and what I forgot to
exactly.
tell
Maybe
everyone.
what we'll do, put down whatever slang that you have, and maybe
Yeah.
we should do another special video just slanging around.
Deciphering Gen Zs.
Exactly.
And probably Gen Alphas also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I need you guys to be active.
Mm-hmm.
Go on. Comment down.
Yeah. Quickly, huh?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I will be supervising.
You can comment multiple times. Keep
Don't
the
make me
engagement.
mad.
Yeah.
Don't make me mad. Just comment. Like now.
Now.
Moment of silence.
Okay. Please comment. We wait 2 minutes till you comment.
You commented? You liked? You subscribed? Okay, good. Okay, now we continue. Keisha,
Yes.
are you ready for my specials?
What is this?
You love it.
Okay.
You love it. All right.
Mhm.
So I have two tradition.
Oh,
I have the what ifs,
okay.
and the other one I'll tell you in a bit. But
Okay.
let's do the what if first. So I'll ask you what if questions, and it's relatively like quick. Just go with the flow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What if millennials and Gen Z swapped workplace for a week? Who would survive?
The Gen Zs wouldn't. No. We'd say bye. Sorry, but
Yeah. Okay. What if Gen Zs had to work without Wi-Fi for a day? Would productivity increase or plummet?
no, we'd cry.
I love it.
But I'm being honest, guys. I mean, personally, I'll cry.
Without Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I mean, like, sucks. It's like the devil has taken over me, but I should be not using. I should be okay without Wi-Fi. But how long can I be okay without Wi-Fi?
I love it. All right. What if millennials
Mhm.
had started their career with AI and ChatGPT?
Mm-hmm.
Would they still hustle as hard?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing is, like we mentioned earlier, we had that conversation that it's every generation is going and growing because they have materials provided to them.
Of course.
They have tools provided to them.
Yeah.
And there's a reason we learn better like than our parents and our children, if we ever have or whoever has, they learn better from us or something like that. It's
True.
because they have resources.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
What if Gen Zs had to survive with a flip phone for a month? No TikTok, no Instagram, just texting.
I think we could do it, but we just need to be around with people. I feel like it would be kind of lonely to do it alone.
No, but I think they would incite people to just be all together in people more.
Yeah. I think it
compared
would bring like people
Yeah.
together more instead of
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's true.
What if millennials had TikTok in high school? Would they have been cringier than Gen Z?
Cringier. I don't know. That's subjective to say, but I think you guys would be cool for your era.
No, if you were to watch a TikTok of a millennial, would you cringe?
I mean, sometimes if I
Be honest.
yeah.
Don't try to see. Don't sugarcoat it. It's perfect.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I cringe in my own picture,
Yeah.
so don't worry.
I cringe at my old photos too, so
Exactly.
and I'm Gen Z, so
Exactly.
yeah.
What if social media disappeared overnight? Which generation would adapt faster?
Obviously, the older generation. So, and I don't mean like old as in you guys are ancient. It's just my parents, like they, I think Gen X. The boomers already don't care.
Yeah.
They're our grandparents. And yeah, I think it's the millennials and before.
Yeah.
I think you guys can survive.
Cool.
But the millennial age gap is quite big as well. Like, you know.
Yeah, I agree on that.
So I think it would be different for the younger millennials compared to,
To
the older millennials.
Yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
agree on that too. I think I'm in a good
You're the
millennial
younger
age.
millennial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it because I got to experience
Yeah.
the older ones
As well.
So
Yeah.
I like my spots.
Yes.
You know?
Cute.
All right.
Mhm.
So let's do a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
What if millennials had to dress only in Gen Z fashion trends for a month? Would they secretly love it?
Yeah, because I see a lot of millennials still dressing up as Gen Z. I wouldn't say Gen Z subjectively. I think it's the current like era of style, like
Yeah.
from 2010 to 20 to 30, whatever in the future. I think everyone goes ahead with. I wouldn't say they follow trends, but like everyone's just adapting to the lifestyle and
Yeah.
everything that's going on. So I think you guys will do fine. Because I think fashion is again subjective. Like it's like art, you know, like whether you think you look good and you style yourself, you don't have to necessarily follow anything. So I think if a millennial puts on Gen Z clothes or fashion, they think they look good, then they think they look good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that. What if Gen Zs had to leave in the early 90s for a year? Would they handle life without streaming?
I think Gen Z, yeah, I think we would because like I mentioned earlier, I did grow up with using those big box PCs and playing outside with my friends and
Yeah.
you know, I basically grew up with less internet. Like I still remember the first time I had internet, it was this fat laptop that my dad had and we had to
Yes.
put in that wire from the modem, like you know, the internet wire.
Yes.
And we just still stay like, you know, like this near the
Yes.
area to get signal. So I think we'd survive. I think we'd do pretty well. I think it's pretty good. Like I think we can do it because I think we, like I mentioned, we got the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
I'm glad I grew up like that because it made me also realize that your phone is not everything. Internet is not everything. You still have people, family,
100%.
things to socialize.
100%.
Yeah.
What if millennials and Gen Zs had to run the world together? Would they fix things or just argue over memes?
So I do. So like I don't know. Maybe they'd work together. Again, depends upon the personality of someone. But collectively as a generation, like Gen Z is very like, you know, no shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
they don't take anyone's shit. Like they want the fastest solution possible.
Yeah.
And they want something that you can be done quickly. Like they don't like to beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Not
I
saying
agree.
millennials do. It's just that I've noticed that with my generation.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I think they could work cohesively with each other, like bringing the positives out in both the generations, and they could work out together. You know.
I mean, to be fair, as much as I like to make fun of Gen Zs and all of that, but I need to say that I am still very impressed with certain Gen Zs, like you, for example, nowadays, because I'm like, they got their shit together. You know what I mean? And it's really nice to see that in certain Gen Zs again. I'm not gonna put every eggs in one basket because I've seen some Gen Zs and I'm like,
no, yeah,
but
I agree
but
with you.
I've seen other ones that I'm like, oh wow, like really really good job, you know. All right, this is the last part of the episode. Ready?
Yes.
It's called the rapid fire
Rapid
question.
boom 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 boom.
All right, so ready? Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Would you rather give up your phone for a month or Wi-Fi for a week?
Phone for a month. Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
For a week.
Yeah, Wi-Fi for a week.
Texting or voice note?
Voice notes.
Okay, this I had to Google that.
Oh.
Be real or be real?
Oh, I've never used Be Real. So
Okay.
the Reels, the other one is Reels, right?
No, the reality. Like,
Oh, Be Real. Me.
yeah. Yeah. Her. Most cringe millennial trend.
I can't really think of anything, but to me, I think, yeah, it's the layering of your
Clothes.
the tank top inside. I've done it too, but
Okay. Most overrated Gen Z slang.
oh, not Gen Z, but like the new gen. What is skibbity toilet again?
Skibidi toilet. There you go.
But like, yeah, skibbity toilet, because I think the slang I use in my generation is okay. So But we use.
I don't know why it makes me think that it's toilet related.
I am so determined to find out what skibidi toilet is. Comment in Mia's comments below.
My assumption is taking a number 2.
I don't think so. I think it's the complete opposite, you know, because like people have, I don't know, like they have complete opposite meanings. It's gonna surprise you.
All right, well, guys, if you know what is skibidi toilet, please do mention. I'm very curious. All right, dream job: 9 to 5 stability or full-time content creator?
Oh my god, I think 9 to 5 stability with a lot of traveling.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
because a content creator can be stressful too.
I know.
Yeah.
Office or remote work?
A hybrid work.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Would you rather never work again or never sleep again?
I love sleeping. Work, never work.
Okay. One skill you wish the other generation had?
Other generation as in you guys or the
Yeah.
next one after me?
Me.
What skill? I wish you guys had the internet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm struggling sometimes with techie. Who handles stress better? Millennials or Gen Z?
I can't handle stress, so I think the millennials.
Why?
Because honestly, the way we handle stress is goodbye, I'm leaving. That's our way of
We're hustlers.
Yeah.
Hustling,
personally
baby.
speaking, guys.
Exactly.
Me, bye.
All right. Baggy jeans or skinny jeans?
Baggy jeans.
Okay.
100%.
Whew, careful. Who had the better music era? Early 20s or early 2020s?
Oh, wait, early 20s?
Early 2000s or early or 2020s?
Early 2000s, because the 2020s are not our generation. Also, I'm sorry, but music is getting.
Thank
I'm sorry,
you.
can you say
I'll beep it. Don't worry.
beep?
Don't worry. It'll be beeped.
Sorry.
It's okay. Don't beep.
But we can't. We don't really. I don't know. Like the old. I listen to more of the early 2000s. Like I feel like that's more
Yeah.
diva music.
Come on.
It's the best. Like you want to
exactly.
go dance in the club? It's 2000s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I want to be
and
dancing to Lady Gaga.
Exactly. Like, sorry, but like people that goes out, as much as I do like some new music, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna like spit on new music or whatsoever. But like when I like to dance on
Yeah.
2000s music,
Yeah.
you know, because it's a vibe.
You can vibe better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One fashion trend you wish never existed.
There could be hair also. Wait, fashion trend
Fashion
for us?
trend, yes.
For
In
Gen
general.
Z?
In general.
In general? I don't know.
I think it's gonna be the layering again.
No, I feel like I don't know. I would say like the hairstyle
The hairstyle.
and the peacock
The peacock
puff.
hairstyle.
I don't know
Okay.
what we were thinking.
I don't know either. It was a style though.
Yeah,
And you should know how to nail that.
yeah. If you slay, you slay.
Exactly.
Just not me.
Crocs, yeah or nah?
Sorry, but I hate them.
Me too.
Please.
Me
They
too.
are like big. I don't know, big plastics with holes.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, with my friends who
Sorry,
love
but
Crocs.
no, I don't get it with the pims and everything. I'm like, why you
Sorry.
want to pim your Crocs? It's already disgusting. It's not gonna make it any better. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hate for that,
Me
but that's fine. I'm take full responsibility. My brother, my sister, they love Crocs. My father loves Crocs. Not gonna happen. All right. So, what's worse, low-rise jeans or mullets?
What? Oh, mullets. I think mullets. I don't know, but mullets could be cool for like certain people
Okay.
because sometimes some mullets people look good with it.
Okay.
But I would say for this case,
Okay. Mullets. Okay. One thing millennials should learn from Gen Zs.
To say no.
Oh yeah.
To say
I
no.
struggle with that.
To
So
say no.
yes, I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing Gen Z should learn from millennials.
I would say sometimes. Okay, this might be a bit controversial,
Go
but
on.
like sometimes we like the things that we can learn from you guys is to have a little bit patience because you guys. I mean, that's what I noticed. Have a little bit patience because I feel like Gen Zs act quickly, and
hear you.
it could sometimes lead into something to like you make a wrong decision.
I hear you.
So I feel like what you guys do is like wait, make a good decision and reflect on it and then act upon it. So maybe patience a little bit.
Okay, I take that.
Yeah.
Who complains more?
Complains more. I don't know. Maybe Gen Z? Because we're always yapping.
I yap too.
I don't know actually.
Erica will be vouch
I
for
don't
that.
know actually. Because I think it depends from person to person.
True.
But our generation, I don't know. I've seen us voicing our opinions a lot. So I don't know about complaining.
Okay. Which generation will age better?
Tough to say. You mean like from all that we have? I think that's actually hard to say. Maybe the late millennials and the early Gen Zs.
Okay.
They're that area.
Okay.
But who knows? The generations might get better.
Exactly.
Might
True.
evolve in a full 360.
Tell me about it. All right. My last one. If you could give an advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Oh my God, girl Keisha, chill out. Okay, life is serious, but not that serious. So please, like, go live your life. Don't stress about like your exams. Like, do them, but like, life is not all about
Exams too.
Yeah, like I thought it was all about the books. There's so much to life, and you learn so much working with people, socializing with them, and experiencing new things and traveling. So do that. Hope you do that. Yeah.
So Keisha, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Before you leave, hold on.
What?
I have my new book.
Oh, cute.
I have a book of quotes.
Okay.
So the last guest left a quote for you.
Okay.
Before you leave, you're gonna also put your quote and sign.
Okay, cute. That's a very good idea. I like that.
All right. So my previous guest told you
Okay.
coincidence are not coincidence.
Coincidence or not coincidence?
And if you want to know more about that, I would invite you to listen to the episode to understand why he said that.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah?
Okay. That's so cool. Coincidence or coincidence.
Keisha, I'll give that before you leave, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure having you.
Same here.
Thank you for making time to come on me as well. It was so much fun.
Thank you.
You're always welcome back.
Yes.
It would be fun to discuss more. Guys, if you want to do a big debate of Gen Z millennials, put your options. I'd love to hear, and maybe we could do a part 2.
Yeah, sure.
I think.
Stay
But
tuned.
it's up to you guys.
Yeah, you better make big fat engagement on this video,
Please.
so I can come back
Exactly.
and have better discussions with Mia.
All right. So thank you so much,
Thank
Keisha. Hold on. I'm very tired. Thank you so much, Keisha.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Lovely having you.
Thank you.
And on that note, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.